So, with that being said, see, I didn't get to do
Coach
my
Anderson, we love you.
Coach did his. So,
hope you're not watching, Coach Anderson.
With that being said, wake up call with Dan Tortora on site, on location at Avicolli's 7839 Oswego Road in Liverpool, New York, right down the street from Liverpool High School. We're here every single month with the Liverpool Warriors, and today we are celebrating history as this is the inaugural season of the Liverpool Warriors girls flag football team. And I would love a round of applause for flag football Liverpool. Show them some ice. You better
Come on.
Yes. So we have Gracie Sleeth here with me, as well as head coach Will Cutler. Coach Cut, Gracie, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Doing well. So, Gracie, every time that you come out to any event, you look just like your sister. You realize
Yep, get that a lot.
So,
Get that a lot.
so what would you say is your sister's best quality? And then I'm gonna hit you I'm gonna hit you with another one. So, what's your sister's best quality?
Oh, God.
My sister is very funny and will say whatever comes to her mind.
Okay.
I would say is her best quality. So if you're looking for an honest response, ask her.
Okay. What do you think she would say about you, though?
Probably that I'm annoying, but right now we're on good terms. She's moved out, and now we see each other once a week.
Okay.
And yeah.
So now she's moved out, you said?
Yes.
So it's going to be better now that you're not in the same place?
Yes.
Okay.
It definitely is.
You said she would call you annoying. What's the nicest thing she would say about you?
That I work hard, probably.
Okay.
Since she's with me all basketball season.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Coach Cut, we got some guests in the building.
We do have some
Got
guests.
some football guests. Got Coach Sindoni in the building here. So he told me to, I think he said give you heaven. I don't think he said give you hell. I think it was heaven. But if you could say something nice about Coach Sindoni, what would you say?
He's been very supportive and helping me along the way because this is my first time ever coaching football.
Yeah.
And he's been helping me every step of the way with it.
So he's been helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
What do you think he would say about you? He's just a couple steps away, but if he was sitting here right now, what would Coach Sindoni say about you?
I think you think I'm doing a good job, and I think he's a little afraid of me taking his spot.
He's afraid of you taking his spot. He's going to win Coach of the Year. He's going to win Coach of the Year? All right. So, Coach, you saw some of your student athletes up here.
I did.
You got to hear what Sydney had to say and Lakin had to say.
I did.
How do you feel like they performed on camera? Because they said they were more. You thought they were going to be a little more quiet. So how did they go?
I did. They were actually very well. I thought they were going to be a little more shy, but I think they got a little used to it and it opened up a little more.
So, like you said, first time coaching football.
Yep.
Why did you decide to be a part of history and coach girls flag football?
It was something new. I wanted to try something new. Usually I just coach basketball. So this is a different challenge for me to do.
So you just like that new challenge, that new opportunity?
Yeah, and I like all the girls here. Like, as much as they pick on me, they all have been great the whole time.
I will say this.
Right here, picking on me right now.
The girls call you Will.
Yeah.
If I was coaching and they called me Dan and not Coach Dan, they'd be running. So are you going to have them run after this?
No. He introduces himself as Will.
Okay. So you. All right. Gracie. Do you feel like the team is respectful to Will? You call him Shakespeare.
I only call him Shakespeare because it just rolls off my tongue.
Okay.
But yeah, we're respectful. A lot of us are also new to sports, so it takes a while for girls to adapt on how to function as a team, but we've gotten there.
We talked about the fact that the team started 0-4 and since then 6-0. And in that 6-0 run, you've taken down every team that you lost to prior to. What does that mean to you, Gracie?
It's really unbelievable. When we came against CNS, a lot of us knew we needed to win and were really excited to win. So in order to do so, we had to all come together and make sure that we put our best foot forward. And then afterwards, I remember Will and our Coach Anderson talking about how we needed to keep it going and keep up the hustle because we can't just win against CNS. We had to win against every other team that we played afterwards, and that's what we did.
That revenge tour, how sweet is that to see every team you lost to on the other side of it the second time around?
It's great. It's unbelievable because, I mean, obviously we were the underdogs after 4 losses, seeing that while Liverpool isn't as good as we thought they were going to be, so they're an easy win, but we really showed that we're come out to win.
Coach, for you to see the team, and we've heard all student athletes that have sat up here with me tonight at Avicolli's on Wake Up Call, everyone who has spoken tonight, from Lakin to Sydney to Gracie, all said that CNS game was just a turning point. They were sick of losing. There needed to be a change. Why do you think that was the game? Is it because that's the rivalry, or why was it?
So I think a lot of it had to do with the rivalry. I think they were more amped up for that game. They wanted that more than I've ever seen out of the 4 games prior. But also it was one of those games where we played the 4 in the beginning. They were new to this. I knew it was going to be not right in the beginning. We're going to come out and just go 4-0. It was a struggle in the beginning, but we finally found a stride, and I think we're doing very well.
Why do you think this team kept going after that CNS game? Why did they stay locked in your opinion?
Well, because a lot of the time, like, we explained to them, this is brand new for everybody. No one's done this before. We didn't expect to just come out and just be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Some teams came out a little stronger than others. It took us a little bit more time. So I think they just kind of followed through with that, and they stayed the course.
For you, like you said, you wanted to be a part of this, wanted to be a part of something new. What has it meant to you to see these girls come to practice, play in the games, in meetings and everything, in events like this where you can have some team building here at Avicolli's? What has it meant to you to lead this team?
It's been great. Like, we have 20 girls on the team, and they didn't know each other's names for the first month. So now we're finally starting to like each other, get along better. We can do things like these, like they're having fun, all getting along. It's been awesome.
Gracie, what do you like about this team?
We have so many different personalities on this team. Like, so many different. I can't even list all of them. But we have the outgoing, we have the shy, we have the just in the middle, we have the people who come to work hard, and it's great.
Who is the shyest person on the team?
Probably Natalia.
Natalia, okay.
Yeah, she's not here, but yeah.
Who is the most outspoken that will say whatever, whenever?
Oh, it's easy.
Milana.
Milana, okay.
Yes.
All right. Coach, you heard me say who had the biggest energy when I was talking to
Yep.
Lakin and Sydney. Who would you consider to have the biggest energy on the team?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ciari. I don't even know where she is, but she's out there.
Who do you think is like the silent one? Who's the one that's like
Kyla.
Like,
Right here, Kyla.
okay. Silent assassin though? Like,
Silent assassin.
gets out there on the field and makes things happen?
Yep, she does her thing.
So, flag football, this being so historic, we've never seen it in the community, and not every school got involved, but Liverpool was one of the schools that got involved. Coach, I'm going to start with you on this. What does it mean to be a part of the inaugural season, a part of history, a part of getting girls on the field for football?
It means a lot. I mean, we had 27 at tryouts. Next year, I think we're going to have way more. I had a bunch of girls reach out after the first 2 weeks of the season. In the beginning, I felt like, it's new. They don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect in the beginning.
So for you, Gracie, I mean, this is history. Whenever a young girl's growing up in this community, wondering about should I play football, she's going to see this inaugural team. She's going to see your picture and all of your teammates, and she's going to believe she can too. What does that mean to you?
It's incredible because, I mean, us as high schoolers, we see like the first football team or basketball team that was at Liverpool, or like the previous teams that have won states or sectionals on the banner, and we want to be like them. We want to make sure we follow what they started.
And when you have this inaugural season, you had the inaugural game in the community, which was against Oneida. So to go a little bit farther, Gracie, just what that means. I mean, there's only going to be one first game for flag football for girls ever in Central and upstate New York. It's only going to happen once. So to know that you were a part of that, win or lose, bring me into that feeling. And did you think about that on the field?
Yeah, that was in the back of my head. I was very nervous. Ask Will. I was kind of a wreck. I was not with it, but because it was a lot. But now moving into the season, I've gotten better at my nerves. But being in that first game, afterwards, I was like, wow, we really did start something, and we get appreciated for it, and yeah.
Coach, bring me into that, knowing that Liverpool forever and ever will be the first girls flag football game played in Central New York, Liverpool Oneida.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, the game, everybody was nervous. No one knew what to expect. I knew that, it was going to be shaky in the beginning.
Yeah.
Quarterback, brand new. She was our quarterback. She was very nervous. It's the first time ever playing it. It's a very tough position to play. A lot of people running at you. You have to make all the decisions. I knew it was going to be difficult. But since it was the first game ever, I was a little more laid back, saying, it's all right. Why are you laughing? Yeah, it was interesting, but we made it through it.
So, Gracie, has Coach gotten more intense now after being laid back?
He's never intense. I'll look back at the film and we'll score touchdowns and you'll see a little clap here or a little clap there. When we mess up, he'll just be like, it's okay. He never really shows emotion. But when he shows that little emotion, you're like, wow, he really means it.
Coach, do you feel like you've gotten more intense, or what's changed about your coaching from the first game to now?
I don't try to scream at them because, like I said, I know they're brand new, and screaming at them to just throw them off their game even more. They make a mistake, I try to be supportive with them, try to help them as best I possibly can.
You've coached basketball at Liverpool. Now, this is quite a shift.
It is a huge shift.
So what's the teachable moment for yourself that you've taken away most of all?
I think the teachable moment is be patient. I've never coached girls before. I've only coached boys basketball.
Yeah.
This was a whole new element for me. So I think I learned a lot with these group.
Gracie, how's Coach Cut doing?
He's doing phenomenal, I think. I went into this not really knowing what to expect, and he was there open-handed, and we love to talk on and off the field about how we play, and these girls are a lot to handle because we do all have different personalities, so he's very good at making sure he gets to each one of them the way they need to get told how to do something.
And that's difficult, right? It's difficult to lead when you don't understand that you have to lead different people differently, and you feel like he's pulling that off.
Absolutely.
Kind words, Coach.
Very kind words.
I was going to say tell me something good, but Gracie just did, so tell me something good about Gracie, Coach.
Oh, she's a great athlete. She listens very well, she's a great teammate, and she understands the game. She plays basketball, she plays soccer, and she's a good athlete overall. So I think that helped transform her game into football.
Gracie, did anything help from soccer or basketball to make you a good flag football player?
Definitely. The conditioning that you do in soccer and basketball helps you on the field no matter what, because it may look like it's the non-running really sport unless if you're the receivers, but as a quarterback I'm running a lot, going on and off, talking to Will, and even football has taught me more about basketball and how I need to stay composed, and I was not very good at staying composed.
You're better now?
I think so.
But you're a general, you're the quarterback.
Yeah.
You are the captain.
Yes.
So what does that feel like we talked about being in the first game, being in the first season. This is all history. You're going to be the first ever and only in history, the only person to say Liverpool girls flag football quarterback.
Yeah.
For the inaugural season.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, and I hope I'm doing a okay job at it.
Coach Cut, you're the only coach that can ever say you were the first coach of Liverpool girls flag football. What does that mean to you to coach girls for the first time, like you said, do something other than basketball, to go beyond that? I keep wanting to go to this point because this is a time capsule. We're going to be able to go back and look at what Gracie said, what Sydney said, what Lakin said, what you said, Coach Cut. We are celebrating. Thank you. We're celebrating just an incredible moment for the community, to know that you're the only coach to be the first coach.
Yeah.
Do you reflect on that?
Yeah. It's definitely an honor. Like Liverpool, I've been in Liverpool my whole life. I grew up here. I went to school here. Now I get the opportunity to coach here, and it's an honor, and I love every bit of it.
Would you want to keep coaching flag football?
Absolutely. I love it. I watch more film on flag football than I do on basketball. It's actually concerning.
So I didn't ask this question. I want to ask this before we get into rapid fire. Coach, who's the best at grabbing the flag? Who's got the best hands at getting after the flag?
Kaylin Searcy.
Okay.
Best flag grabber.
Best flag grabber. Yeah. Yeah. Celebrate. Come on.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal at it.
She is. She's very good.
And that confidence, which you got to have. So she just picked herself, too.
Yeah.
So you would say the same, Gracie?
For sure.
All right. So let's play some rapid fire. Gracie, what's your first question for me?
Besides basketball, because we already talked about that, but did you play any other sports and what positions?
I played. My dad wanted me to play baseball, so I played Little League. I got hit above my kidney,
Oh.
and they told me if it was just a little bit lower, that it would have been a not great doctor's visit. So I did play that. I did play baseball for a little while, but I actually, and I'm not saying this because you're sitting here. I played two-hand touch and flag football, and I actually started a flag football league with listeners of my show. And we went out to Onondaga Lake, and I was the quarterback. So you and I have something in common, man.
How'd you do?
I think I did pretty well. I had some bad days, and then I had some good ones.
That happens.
But I can tell you that for being 5'8" and not like a 300-pound dude, when they put me on the line to go after the quarterback, I had some fun moments. But I did something that almost no quarterback has ever done. I threw the ball. It hit a guy. I think it hit him in the shoulder. It went up in the air. I looked around. I didn't know what to do. I caught it. And then most of the guys were on the left side of the field. So they looked at me, and one of the guys goes like that. And I ran into the end zone. When Cam Newton did it in that football season to follow, like, 4 weeks, 6 weeks into the season, I sent a message to him publicly on Twitter at the time. It was Twitter at the time. And I said, hey, Cam, welcome to the club. Because I was there first.
Time you did it first?
So, yeah. And then there was somebody that did it before me that I saw on film, and I forget who it was, but somebody else did it. So, all right, Gracie. What is your favorite vacation memory and why?
This is a really good one. For basketball, for Liverpool basketball, we had the opportunity to go to Universal this year with the whole team. So that was
you remember
my
my
best.
response to that, right?
Oh, might have to repeat it.
That Wheels and I have known each other forever,
yeah.
and he didn't invite me,
yes.
and we were down around the same
Yeah,
time.
I do. I was about to say, yeah.
So I told him in front of all of you that he has to invite me next year.
Yeah.
Or our friendship's going to be on the line.
Senior year, we were definitely going back.
Okay. So, Gracie, do I get an invite from you that you can push forward to coach?
I will.
All right. I think you got some pull, Gracie. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
I will.
So, that was the best trip? What was the ride you went on?
Velocicoaster.
So that's what your team talked to me
Yeah,
about.
10 out of 10. It was
10 out of 10.
great. Yeah.
Now, are there Velociraptors on it or not?
Yeah, like fake ones.
But of course they're
Real
big.
ones.
They're like big, and you like zoom around them.
Where are they on the ride? Are
Like
they
they're
throughout?
outside, yeah.
Are
and
they throughout the ride or like
Yeah.
beginning? Or?
They're like throughout, and like
Okay.
you like go past their heads when you're like zooming.
So
Yeah.
I got a T-shirt for the Velocicoaster because I love Velociraptors because I'm a Raptor fan in Toronto, and I love Blue, the Velociraptor that's like a well-known one from the Jurassic World movies. So, but I have not been on the coaster because
You
I
have
haven't
to.
been on that side of the park yet.
You have to go.
It's on Islands of Adventure, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will go with
you
you
get an
all
invite.
when Coach Wheels invites me finally. All right, Kat, what you got for me?
What makes you a Jacksonville Jaguar fan?
It says you.
I gotta know why.
He's a Falcons fan.
He's a Falcons fan. What made you draft Michael Penix Jr.? So,
I don't know.
Coach Sindoni, let's ask him this. Would you, as a Falcon, if you were the GM, because we got a Falcon fan right here, the Atlanta. Now let me preface. 6 quarterbacks have only been chosen in the first round twice. 1983, which was Marino's draft. and this year. Never has there been 6 in the first 12 picks, so this was history. I accurately predicted 5 out of the 6. I predicted Caleb Williams to the Bears,
Okay.
Jaden Daniels to the Commanders,
Okay.
Drake May to the Patriots. I predicted Bo Nix to the Broncos. I predicted J.J. McCarthy
So
to
there's no way
to
you
the
predicted
Vikings.
Penix.
I said wherever the Vikings were, they were going to get J.J. But no one on this planet predicted Michael Penix to the Falcons after paying $180 million over 4 years in an agreement with Kirk Cousins, $100 million guaranteed. So, Coach Sindoni, do you understand why Michael Penix is a Falcon?
This was supposed to be about the Jaguars. We got off topic here.
So, but why am I a Jaguars fan?
Yeah.
I wanted my own team. I love Teal. I love Fred Taylor. And I wanted a team that nobody could bandwagon jump, and then Fred went there shortly after, and I've been a Jag from the beginning. It's actually the longest credential that I've held, more than Syracuse University. So God willing, I'll be back in Jacksonville for year 14. And Andre Sisco's down there from Syracuse, so
Yeah, he is.
he just came up for the spring game, and he saw me, and right when he saw me, he had a big smile on his face, like, "What's up, man?" And I said, "I saw you on your phone on the field," and I said, "I was telling people he's negotiating his new deal right now, because this is his contract year." So, but yeah, I wanted my own team, and Jacksonville just, I don't know, something inside of me made sense. Raptors made sense same year, and I've been a fan ever since. And
They're not a bad team. They're
not a bad team.
better, slowly
We
but
got to
surely.
figure out Trevor's contract and ETN's contract, and got Josh Allen re-signed, which was good. People don't refer to him as the other Josh Allen anymore, which is nice. He's our single-season sack leader. I think he's got 17 and a half, he has now. So, big fan of Josh Allen, super humble guy. I like the locker room, and we got some good guys now.
Nice.
So, all right, Coach. All right, well, I'm going to ask you this question. Why would your Falcons draft Michael Penix or a quarterback with the 8th overall pick after spending $100 million? You're not going to get rid of Kirk Cousins. So why would you do it, and who do you think is going to actually play this year?
So why? They must have saw something in Kirk off his injury maybe that scared him. It's the only thing I could even think about. I don't know why else they would even draft him, but
So
I think
who do you think is going to end up playing?
I think Kirk's going to be the starter for the beginning of the season, and if things don't go well, Penix will come into play.
I will say, I really like Michael Penix. I like him as a person. I like him as a football player. I just didn't understand why the Falcons took him.
I like him too, and I
I think
really
you guys
don't know.
taking Dallas Turner.
That's what I thought we were going to take, and the Vikings got him later on in the draft, I think
Yeah.
it was.
It would have made my predictions more accurate, so shame on the Falcons for that.
Yeah.
All right, Gracie, what's your last one for me?
Oh, what's your favorite pasta?
Angel hair, without doubt.
Like with what sauce?
It's the sauce.
Yeah.
It's got to be homemade sauce, either my sauce, my mom's. They're in heaven, but my grandmother's. But my grandmother, my dad's mom, I called her Gammy. She introduced me to angel hair, and after that, I became a snob. And if you didn't have angel hair pasta, I didn't want to talk to that place. I was like, how do you not have angel hair pasta? It's ridiculous. So it's got to be angel hair. I actually make my own homemade shrimp scampi sauce and all that, and I just made it last weekend, and I made it with angel hair. I always have angel hair in the house. So, all right, Gracie, what do I got for you? Well, you asked me a food question, so give me one food you can't live without, and then give me one food you wish was erased from history.
Wow.
It can be a snack, too. It can be whatever you want it to be.
I can't live without pizza bites.
You can't live without pizza bites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the ones you put in the air
Interesting.
fryer or the oven.
Yeah, the
I
ones
really
that are not,
couldn't.
there's no real food in it, yes.
It's like half its air.
It's dog meat.
Half of
It's
air.
dog meat.
No,
That's air.
it's
Pizza
good.
bite, yeah, there's dog food on there. They're never going to be a sponsor, but I'm okay with that because I can't talk about a company I don't believe in. But you like pizza bagels or pizza?
No, like the
square?
actual bites, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's half its
Not
air.
the bagel.
You have to commit yourself to a restroom when you.
Well, I can go, but like pizza bites, I just couldn't live without.
No, I understand. I'm not knocking you, Gracie. I'm just talking about the company. You also have a young person's stomach. As you get older, your body will reject pizza bites like.
I don't know. I think I'm building up a tolerance.
Maybe you are. I got a tolerance for certain food that I'm like, how?
Exactly.
But okay, so what's the food you would delete from history? To give you an example, mine is black licorice. I think that person should be slapped.
That's a good answer.
They should be slapped.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
answer.
now that you gave me like a really good one.
Like an Italian slap, a really good one.
The backhand?
Do you know that Italian? Well, I'll say an Italian would rather be slapped in the face than punched in the face. If you get slapped in the face, like you might not make it to your car. That's a real.
I didn't know that.
Coach Sindoni, is that real? That an Italian would rather be punched than slapped in the face? Because if you get slapped as a sign of disrespect, there's a good chance you're not going to make it home. Yeah, he agrees. We got a lot of agreements there. No, because I've had ex-girlfriends that would like come up and slap my face, and I was like, I'm going to leave the house right now, and I'm going to get in my car and drive like 100 miles an hour and scream because I cannot be in this house right now. Like you cannot, and women think I'm kidding. You cannot slap a man in his face, especially an Italian man, even as a joke. It's like your blood boils in a different world. My blood pressure was probably like 300 over 170 at that point. So what's the food you can live without?
Those raisinette things.
What? Gracie,
The
0 for
chocolate colored
2.
race. Oh my lord.
She picks dog food over Raisinets, Gracie, all the way up to this point,
Wow,
I thought
Raisinets.
that you
I don't know.
I thought you and I had a lot of respect for each
I
other.
could live
but
without raisins covered in chocolate. Like, I don't know.
I'm just messing with you. But I love Raisinets. That's so sad.
I'm a fan too.
Gracie, we could still be friends.
Okay.
We can still be friends. All right, Coach, what's your last one?
Last question. So
Heart-
you mentioned earlier
Yeah,
about how you got recruited to play Division III basketball.
I did.
What school recruited you?
Marywood, which is where I went.
Where is that located?
Scranton, Pennsylvania, exactly 2 hours south. And I was coming off of our varsity senior year coach, and he was a nightmare. And so Coach Grunman called me, and he goes, I heard you can shoot. And I was like, from who? I was like, I played CYO. I didn't play in my high school. I said, I played CYO ball. He goes, I got eyes and ears everywhere. He goes, can you shoot? I said, I think I can. I can shoot threes. I mean, I pride myself on shooting from anywhere. And there is proof that I've been in 3 gyms in Central New York and made my half-court shot on the first shot in 3 different gyms. So,
It looks like we gotta bring you to Liverpool then.
yeah, you got to bring me out. I haven't done it in that gym yet.
We gotta test it.
But I always say if I get 5 shots, I'm going to make one of them from half court. But Coach Grunman recruited me, and I said, I don't know, Coach. And he goes, well, just come run with us to see what. And he gave me a basketball player that was supposed to be my roommate, and I ended up saying like, I'm not going to do it this year because I was bitter. I'm not going to lie about it. Coach Lou, awful coach, and he's still there.
Let's hope he's not watching.
Well, if he is, I don't care. You're an awful coach. He's a terrible coach. You remember your coaches that inspire you, Coach Casalia, and you remember the coaches that are just like the pits of hell, which was Coach Lou. And I mean, he didn't make me a better player. He made me not want to ever see his face again. So Coach Lou, I mean, he made the whole. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So we were the number 1 team. We were the top seed.
Yep.
We were playing the 8 seed. There was like the thought we were going to win a championship. We knew we had something. And Coach Lou at halftime came into the locker room and he said, this is my team. I made you. Don't you make me look bad. This team is only good because of me. And he left. We all looked around the room and we said, you want to win for this coach? And we were like, hell no. And it was one of the worst feelings because we walked out of the locker room knowing that we just didn't have any desire to win for him. And I still think we would have won a championship if he wasn't our coach.
Sounds like a selfish guy.
So he was he was watching a football game in the middle of one of our games. He would leave and come back. So Coach Lou is an atrocious coach. I don't wish bad on him. I don't wish bad on his family. I hope he coaches and wins every game, but he's the worst coach that I ever had in my life. And I would rather Coach Sindoni coach basketball from football than ever have Coach Lou again. Because I'll tell you this, Coach Sindoni, he never coached me, obviously, but Coach Sindoni, I would play for him. I would play for Coach Sindoni.
I would too.
And he knows that. And I honestly, I mean, I think he knows I consider him one of the best people in the community. I consider him literally one of the, we've had over 5,000 people on the show. He's one of my favorite people. He had me come into his film study and practice and see everything, and he did not ask me once to not report, not say anything, trusted me from day one, and that trust goes both ways.
So I got one more question now.
Yeah.
Where do I rank on these people?
Well, I was going to say something. So Coach Cut, I hope you get the JV job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I hope you get. What do you think, Coach Sindoni? Yes.
Better get it.
I hope you get that job. I really do.
Thank you.
So I know. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about it because it's not out there, but I know what's coming, and I'm hopeful that you will get to flow right in there and show the world what you can do as head coach.
I appreciate that.
So where do you stand? You're high up there with me as well.
I like that. Thank
So
you.
I do, and you have fun with your kids, which I like here too.
I do. I try.
Just a little bit.
So my question for you, but yeah, I did get recruited by Coach Grunman, and I ended up being called to broadcast, which started my career. And then senior year at Marywood, I almost gave it up to play, but I didn't want to watch anybody do my show. But that was one of the hardest decisions of my life: was do I train to play or do I not? But I have an exclusive partnership with Bryan and Stratton, and I didn't give up any of my eligibility. And you can play when you're older, so it's always there.
Start
It's always
stretching.
there.
Start stretching.
Listen, I can shoot from anywhere, and I run more than I ever ran because I loathed running and cardio. Now I love walking and running, so I'm a big fan of doing that. All right, so Coach Cut, who is the greatest influence on your life?
Ooh, that is tough. I'm gonna go with my dad.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay, can we
Greatest
shout him out?
influence.
Yeah, shout out my dad.
What's your
Greatest
dad? What's your
influence.
dad's
Shout out Bill
first name?
Cutler.
Bill Cutler.
Bill Cutler.
So what's up, Bill Cutler? Appreciate you. So why is he your biggest influence?
Bill. Yeah, it's my dad's name. He kind of, I don't know, he taught me everything I know.
Yeah.
He started bringing me basketball when I was younger, get me around the game more, which made me fall in love with the game. And he's been very supportive throughout the whole way, no matter what I've been doing.
So you got an endorsement from him too.
Yeah.
In a big way. So, and I do want to say this because good and bad coaches teach you something. So as much as I said I didn't have a great coach senior year,
Yeah.
I feel no ill feeling toward Coach Lou. Never think bad of him. Pray for him and his family. Hope the best for him. And he did teach me a lot. He taught me, because they say even in bad situations, sometimes people teach you what not to do.
Yep.
So he taught me how not to coach, essentially, and to not become bigger than your team. And I think every coach needs to remember that, to not get an ego that's bigger than your team.
Yeah, I've learned from some good coaches.
Yeah.
I've had Ryan Blackwell and Eric Cerrone throughout my life.
Yeah, you've
so.
had Cerrone and Blackwell. You've been spoiled.
Yeah, I have been spoiled.
So for Gracie, Sleeth, as well as Coach Cutler here, Coach Will Cutler, we appreciate the history we've made with Liverpool Warriors flag football, girls flag football, inaugural season. First ever game was played, Liverpool versus Oneida, and the first team interview is on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora from Avicolli.
is.
So I send you all my appreciation and my love. Go out there and let's wreak havoc on the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
And
Thank you.
give them a round of applause. Show them some love here.